And welcome back to a Paul's Aquariums unboxing video. I am Paul, this is Paul's Aquariums, aquarium shop in Brisbane, Australia. We are unboxing two awesome boxes of tons of fish. Yeah, I have not seen what they are yet, but now that I'm seeing them, they're pretty awesome. So those are Bosmani Rainbowfish. Wow, okay, they're a decent size. So Bosmani Rainbowfish will get like 12 centimeters, so say 10 to 12 centimeters, they widen up. They are the really noticeable half purpley coloured, half sort of orangey coloured fish that you see in people's big planted tanks. Really impressive schooling fish. These come from PNG, so the island above Australia. They are full tropical, very pretty, very awesome fish, and they are a lot bigger than normal. I can see females with eggs, there are males. Good time to get these if you're local and you want some really nice fish that are going to colour up awesomely. And the second bag, we have some cherry barbs, a lot smaller than the rainbow fish, but these will go a really nice bright cherry colour. They're barb, but they're peaceful. Get about the size of a neon tetra, so around that sort of 4 to 5 centimetre max size. Super awesome. The males will go a bright cherry colour. This is a super common fish that we always tend to get in. These are the normal ones. There is long-finned ones and then there's albinos, but they are a really nice bright red fish if you want something for a nice peaceful planted tropical tank. Very cool. Southeast Asia, lovely fish. We have more rainbow fish from PNG again. Wow, okay. This has got to be the best ever rainbow fish video so far. Usually when these turn up, they're like 3 centimeters, which is tiny. These have got to be, what, 6 centimeters, 7? They're pretty much double the size they should be. That is perfect timing if you want some rainbow fish. So these are praecox or a dwarf rainbow fish. Don't get as big as the Bosmanis, so they're going to max out about that sort of 6 to 7 centimeters. So only a little bit bigger than the biggest ones you can see in this bag. Bright bluey purple, and they have orangey red fins to them. Striking, awesome fish. These don't get as big as I said, so they're fine with things like neon tetras and smaller peaceful fish like that. Full tropical, very striking fish if you want something a little bit bigger that's going to swim in the middle and the top of your tank. Praecox rainbows. 1 Oscar in a bag. I did order more than one, but that is a tiger Oscar. They're probably on the screen, so there'd be a fair few bags of tiger Oscars in these boxes somewhere. Big South American cichlid, they get around that 40 centimeter size. If you just watched my last sad video, I know, my red-tailed catfish of 21, 22 years has passed away. In the tank where he was, there are now big Oscars, which are about that size to give you an idea. But we have some tiger Oscars, so should be a fair few of them. There they are on the screen. We've also got albino tigers available as well. More awesome fish. Wow, okay. These are albino Congo tetras. Why did I have a pause then? Albino Congo tetras. They're a tetra from the Congo and they're albino. They will get a decent size. They are so cool. I'm going to pinch a pair of these and breed them. Look at the iridescent color to them. They sort of, same as a normal Congo tetra, but the albino gene gets rid of the brown, so you have all the rainbow colors. So albino doesn't get rid of all those blues and pretty colors, it just gets rid of the brown and muddy colors. So you have iridescent, awesome yellow fish. Really nice. They will go perfectly well with the rainbow fish. Get a decent chunky size. Again, that sort of 10, 12 centimeter sort of size. So big, chunky, impressive schooling fish. And we have super tiny tetras. These are ember tetras, called ember tetras because they're red like embers. I know. And they're a tetra. South American, very small, smaller than a neon, so they max out about 2.5 centimeters. Super peaceful for little small tanks and what have you. Obviously, if you put these guys with the bigger fish you just saw, they will get completely munched, including the Oscars. The Oscars are going to eat just about every single fish you've seen in this video so far when they're bigger. But these are lovely little tetras, ember tetras back in stock. And more tetras, and there should be a few bags of these. These are rummy nose tetras. They have the stripy cool tail, the red nose from South America. These like the water acidic. So you want at least below 7. Ideally, they will even go all the way down to like 4.5 or something ridiculous like that. But between 5 and 6.5, they will do really well. Schooling, you want a heavily planted tank with them, and they are a lovely, lovely fish. So there should be a fair few bags of those as well. So I've managed to get water on myself, and I don't even know how, but I'm wet now. We have rasbora, Southeast Asian, super small. These are micro rasbora, so rasbora maculata. Smaller again than the ember tetras you just saw. Super peaceful, same sort of water quality. Actually, you didn't just see the ember tetras, did you? You saw the rummy nose tetras. So the ones before that, which were ember tetras, these are close, but from the other part of the world. Very, very nice little peaceful fish. So small, they won't even harass many shrimp. Of course, they're gonna eat baby shrimp, but adults, good luck. Adult shrimp are bigger than these little fish. How cool are they? So nice and peaceful, slightly acidic water, schooling, and they will do super well. And from China and Japan, we have golden medakas, or Japanese rice fish, even though they come from China as well as Japan, but you know, what's in a name? These are the orange ones. In a pond outside, they'll go a reddy orange, super awesome, peaceful little fish. So obviously they like the water cold, so up to like 24, 25 degrees, but ideally below 20, and they will do super, super well. And they breed really, really weird too. They have like a cluster of eggs underneath that looks like grapes, and then they're fertilized and scattered in the plants. Very cool, easy fish to breed if you want something a little bit different for cold water. And another cold water fish, these are technically temperate, so they'll survive cold to tropical. So these are Corydoras from South America, but they're coastal South America. So these guys are going to survive down to like about 15 degrees, maybe a little bit colder. These are peppered Corydoras. Kind of a very cool, long-lived catfish. They are schooling, so you want a group of 3 or more of them. They can live up to 20 plus years, yes, and that is a lot for a little tiny catfish like these. Usually the bigger the fish, the longer they live, but little ones like these, which will max out about that sort of 8 centimeters, usually don't live that long, but super peaceful, very cool. You can keep them with a lot of temperate fish. Not ideal with goldfish. As the goldfish get bigger, these guys have little barbs underneath their, what part's that? Cheek? Under their cheeky area. And they will get caught in fish's mouths like goldfish, and that will kill the goldfish and kill the catfish. So not really compatible with fish like that, but they are super, super cool and compatible with things like your medakas and so on, or a normal tropical community tank. Lots of decent size, it looks like peppered Corydoras. They are one of my favorite Corydoras. Kept them as a kid for years and years and years. They are super awesome. I even have them at home still. I still have Corydoras, peppered Corydoras at home, so go figure. You should get some of these, they are awesome. And we have more Corydoras. They are tiny, look at them. Oh, now this is interesting because these are, yes, pygmy Corydoras, Corydoras pygmeus. Small schooling, we get a lot of them in, but we actually have some awesome ones that are local bred as well. They are easy fish to breed if you've got them in a nice peaceful tank with not much to eat them, obviously, because things are going to eat little baby fish. So if you've only got a group of these with a few other fish in a heavily planted tank, you'll get some fry survive. And they are lovely little fish. Spend all their time rummaging along the bottom, that is rummaging along the bottom, and doing catfish stuff. Obviously don't keep them with bigger fish. They're going to max out about 2 centimeters, which is tiny. But they are very cool, very small, schooling, lovely fish. But lots of them back in, local and imported. I feel like I'm getting wetter. That's a New Zealand cricket, but I'm not. So we have some zebra dinios. These are another subtropical fish. These would go really, 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 really well. I said really way too many times then. These would go really well, I only said it once then, with the peppered Corydoras. Nice, small, schooling fish, easy to breed, lovely silver with the little navy blue stripes. Always on the go, so super fast. They're going to max out about sort of 5-6 centimeters, but very cool if you want something that darts back and forward and you can keep them subtropical to tropical. Ironically, more fish that we got local bred ones during the week. So these are Pacific blue eyes, and we got, check them out, local bred Pacific blue eyes from original ones we sold someone in their pond and they had way too many. So if you want a really, really cool fish that mass produces in the right conditions, eats mosquitoes, native Australian Pacific blue eyes are super, super awesome. We have lots of them at the moment. So, and they will go well with the Corydoras, and they'll go well with the dinios and whatever other, the gold medakas. They'll go well with the gold medakas as well. So you can have a whole lot of really cool subtropical fish. Really, really nice little guys. These will also tolerate a higher pH than the other guys, so they'll go from 7 to almost 8. They can even go brackish to full salt. So they're a pretty tough Australian fish. And I think there's some few other really, really tough Australian fish in these boxes. There is a lot of fish in these boxes. We are still going. They are cool. I like these fish. I need to keep some of these again. These are tandanus catfish, Australian eel-tail catfish. They get huge. 60 to 90 centimeters. That's nearly a meter. Big, got whiskers, look like an eel with a catfish face on an eel. I know, they are slightly venomous dorsal spine to them, so if you get stung, it's gonna hurt. You could be the first person allergic to the venom, so don't get stung by these. Very cool fish. When they're little, they like to be in groups. When they're adults, they're kind of a little bit territorial. And they also build huge nests with stones, which are about 2 meters in diameter, and look after their eggs. Awesome fish that I want to one day breed in some big pools. Very, very cool. There should be a couple of bags of those. We have more tetras from South America. Rosy tetras. Called rosy tetras because they're a tetra and they're a rosy color. They are tropical, they like the water nice and acidic, so anything from about 6 to 6'5", 7. Lovely, peaceful, very pretty fish. Gonna max out about 6 centimeters. Again, most tetras are schooling, so a schooling fish. And we have from India and Pakistan and that sort of area of the world, we have some female dwarf gouramis, yay! Last week we got tons of normal dwarf gouramis. We have the plain, boring, lovely females for the people that wanted them. So female dwarf gouramis back in stock. That was box number 1, and that was a lot of fish. We are going to box number 2. And we've made it to box number 2. We have the first bag, which has no water in it and has crabs. Yes. Thumbs up if you have crabs. Would you like crabs? We could get you crabs. These are land hermit crabs from Darwin, Australia, and right up north. Tropical, awesome land hermit crabs. Yes, I'm doing that with my hand again. Very, very cool little things. I do need to do a video on the full care and setup of these because they are a little bit specialized to look after, but land hermit crabs back in stock. There should be a couple of bags of those somewhere here. We will release them into their tanks. And the first fish is technically a fish I'm taking home. Yes, I know. I only ordered one, and it is a male. That's great. That is a male venistus. So that is a Malawi cichlid. I have lots of big adult girls at home. Now I have a boy again. We're going to breed lots of those, and we'll have some cheap Malawi cichlids available in the next few months. Venistus, giraffe, I do have little ones of these available in the shop. Very cool Malawi cichlid if you want sort of something that gets 30 centimeters. Males have a blue face and a yellowy sulfur crest on them, and the females have that cool giraffe pattern, as you can see. But this is my fish. You can't have that. They're a decent size. They are cardinal tetras. Nice, sort of like a big version of a neon with the full red belly. Slightly acidic. They are from South America, tropical. Very, very awesome fish. So you'll see these more in heavily planted tanks than neons because they're just that impressive. But they are back in stock. Oh, we got kuli loaches. Okay, we're jumping all over the place. Southeast Asia, little tiny stripy eels. We have a lot of these come and go. These are your normal banded kuli loaches. Very sweet, cool little fish. Well, I don't know if they're sweet. I haven't actually tasted one. They're sweet acting, not tasting. Don't taste kuli loaches. How cool are they? So they will rummage along the bottom, doing that again. Peaceful, not really even going to eat shrimp or anything like that, but a nice community fish if you want something different, like an eel, but it's not an eel, but type of loach, which is like a catfish. We have some Australian native fish again, desert gobies. Now these are weird. These will survive cold, warm, low pH, high pH, as long as there's no sudden jumps. Very pretty fish, come from the desert, so that's why they have that extreme range in temperatures. Cool Australian native fish. If you haven't seen them before, come in and we can go through it with you. They are going to be big enough to eat a neon tetra, but they're going to be okay with medium range sized fish. Yes, medium range sized fish, that makes perfect sense, but an all-round cool native fish. We have a giant bag of neon tetras, so like the cardinals, but they have the white belly. These will survive the water a little bit cooler as well, down to like 20 degrees or so, 22, where the cardinals like it up to 28, 26 sort of thing. So like the cardinals, don't get as big, but they have the white belly. Otherwise, they look almost identical from South America, schooling, lovely fish. More awesome fish. Wow. Okay, so these are Tanganjikans. These are lelupi. They are common names lemon cichlid because they're a cichlid and they're lemon coloured. Water's kind of lemony colour, isn't it? But they are a really nice, peaceful Tanganjikan cichlid. Well, they're not that peaceful. They're kind of peaceful. They want the pH between 8 and 9, which is extremely alkaline, so not really going to get along with any of the fish in this video. They max out about that sort of maybe 14, 15 centimeters. And the really cool thing with these, like the Juliachromis in the last video, because they come from the same lake, is they will have their babies will look after the next batch of babies, and the parents look after the whole group. So very cool if you want a colony of cool fish in a big rocky tank, which is nice and alkaline. But lelupi, back in stock, and they're a decent size. I should have got more of those. Such a nice fish. We have a very murky bag, but we have some pictus catfish. Yes, we do. Another cool, fast-moving catfish. They're going to max out about 20 centimeters, maybe 25 if you squint. Very cool, very whiskery, sort of like a Mister's catfish, but different. And there's the last of the Oscars, all in one bag. That makes no sense, does it? And that is the last bag of fish in the video. If you survived this far and you'd like a 10% discount on any fish in the store and in this video, use the code word on the screen until this date on the screen and you can get 10% off. I made it easier this time because last video people got confused and didn't know where the discount code was. It's on the screen right now. Anyway, if you want to see some other videos, click the videos on the screen, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you very, very much for watching. I said that wrong, didn't I? Thank you very much for watching my lovely video.